Hello everyone, we are here to talk about the Windows 10 desktop. Now we're on the Windows 10 desktop. Right after the computer has just finished logging in, we are here. The desktop is our work area. This is the place that we have our commonly used applications and our files. Now these are shortcuts, and these shortcuts can be deleted without affecting the actual file or application. If I were to delete this shortcut, for example, the application is still on my computer, the files are still there, it's just the easy access shortcut was removed. I'll bring that back. Now, these desktop icons, well, we've got the default of a recycle bin, also of a browser here. These can change based off of the applications you're installing, as well as the operating system that you're using. Many different files and applications will appear on your desktop when you install them. Now, continuing on from the desktop, we're going to talk about the Start button. So to get to that Start screen, we're going to click on this Start button, or we can use the Windows key on our keyboard. Either way, when we click on that Start button or use the Windows key, we open up our Start screen. And on the Start screen, we can see some live tiles. A live tile, for example, is this weather app down below. Now this is a default weather app installed with Microsoft Windows, but it's a live tile because it's constantly pulling information using an internet connection. Right now my location is set to San Jose, and I'm getting a live weather report of San Jose. If my calendar and mail applications were set up, I'd be seeing a live notification for calendar events happening right now, as well as any emails that are arriving on my system. If you don't want to see live tiles, for example, I can right click on the weather, and I can go to More, and I can turn the live tile off. This just makes it into a weather button, no more live feed being pulled down. Now, these applications and shortcuts being shown here can be added or removed from our Start screen. For example, I have Calculator on my Start screen in a category group of productivity. If I wanted to add something else, for example, maybe alarms and clock, I can either drag and drop it onto my Start screen, or I can right-click on alarms and clock and click Pin to start. This allows me to customize my Start screen and provide easy access to common applications that I'm going to use. And not only applications, you can also use folders and files here as well. On top of that, we'll have the ability to do settings and even shutting down or restarting our computer. So let's get off the Start screen and let's talk more about this bar at the bottom of our screen. This is known as the taskbar. So this is our taskbar at the bottom, and it might not be at the bottom. You can move it around. You can put it either on the left or on the right side of your screen even, or at the top. Now, with this taskbar, this is where we're going to have the common functions of Windows. For example, we can easily put shortcuts here. Shortcuts for common applications we utilize. Also on this taskbar, we'll be able to see things like a Cortana search box. Now, this is where you can do a general search box that uses things like Bing, the internet search engine, or also we can utilize this for Cortana. There are settings for that. We can do voice, and we can do text input. Now, on the right side of that, I have a Task View button. And the Task View button is going to give us the ability to view multiple desktops, as well as the ability to view multiple applications that we have running and using in our system. On the far right side, we have what's called a notification area. You can click on this button in the bottom right corner of your screen, and it will bring up our notification area where we can see things like news events and emails, as well as even things like critical and Windows updates. In the bottom right corner of this notification area, we can see that we have common settings. So I can change settings on my computer regarding networking or VPN, or even based off of how my computer is connecting or projecting to a third-party style system for video. On top of that, we can turn off notification pop-ups by using Focus Assist. Now, for our taskbar down here at the bottom, we can right-click on it, and we can control a lot of the settings by using the Taskbar Settings option. When I open Taskbar Settings, we can control whether the taskbar is locked, which means we're not able to resize it by dragging and dropping. We're not able to hide it. We can click for the Lock the Taskbar to disable the locking of it, and I have the ability to modify this taskbar as I see fit. Besides locking the taskbar, we can have the taskbar hide itself automatically until you hover over the bottom of the screen, and it would appear back. That's for those who really like their screen real estate. There's a variety of options here that we can use with the taskbar, including even the Windows Peek button in the bottom right corner of our screen. On top of that, we can combine our actual items on the taskbar that are being utilized. For example, right now it's set to always hide labels. If I opened up 3 or 4 browser windows of using this Microsoft Edge browser, they would all stack on top of each other and the labels would be hidden. I could use the when taskbar is full option, which means I can open up multiple Edge browsers and every browser instance would show across the bottom of my taskbar. But once the taskbar is full, and you can't open up any more and see them, then it would automatically stack them inside of one icon. Lastly, the never. The never says always just list all of your open applications at the bottom. Do not stack them ever on top of each other in a single shortcut. So spend some time and have fun here with the taskbar. There's a lot of options that you can customize and play with across the bottom taskbar. And some of those items on the taskbar include the Edge browser. And next to that, we have File Explorer, which is hierarchical access for your folders and files and drives. You can create files, move files, rename files here. Next to that, we've got the Microsoft Store, where you can download applications and use them on your machine straight from here. Or even we have the email application, where we can actually sign in and use our email accounts from the internet in order to access, send, and delete our emails. So play with the Windows 10 desktop, get comfy with this